we should spend we should spend some money, some specific amount of money to satisfy ourselves and to do the self-rewarding, um, self-reward ourselves. But we have to put a special amount of budget. We don't just spend as much as we can, but we have to put some specific budget, special budget for ourselves. Yeah, I think that is my opinion.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Daniel, for your explanation. So you are disagree, right? Any others? Or Miss Mawar, could you please explain about the statement? Are you agree or not? Miss Mawar? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you agree or disagree about the statement?
Actually, personally, I disagree with this statement. Wait a moment. I really just. Oh, there's no special budget of self-rewarding. Well, I disagree. Basically, when I have a payday, I also save my money to and make a budget list. I make a budget list to consider what the things that I really want to buy on the earlier of months. So where I also have a budget for self-rewarding. So when I've got stress or and had a bad day, so I can use amount of money to give me some energy, or maybe I can spend it for the things that I really want to buy, such a maybe a book or or buying some ticket to watch the movie that I really want to watch, and the others activity that can release my stress. So yeah, I usually make a budget list when when I have a payday in the early of the month.
So you have a budget list for, yeah, maybe about the some needs, the basic needs and the entertain needs, maybe. Yeah, I think so yeah, you make like that budgeting, special budget for.
Yeah, I made it. I divided into 3 parts for the primary needs, and the second one is for saving the money, such to invest my money into my market. What is it? Stock or what is that? What kind of like a stock or market funds? Yeah. And the other is for self-rewarding.
Yeah, maybe some of the people can say that saving money one of the self-rewarding, because including to me, because if we have after we get the achievement from maybe like a salary, we can after we get the salary, give the make the investment or buy some product. It is like one of self-reward. I think that's all. Maybe like Miss Mawar did before, how to make the budget list every month. Yeah, it is. I think it is one of the step how to make a self-rewarding, because a lot of people contribute the money for the self-rewarding, but in a wrong way. After end of month, so he or she doesn't have money to saving money. So I think it is not good or bad for example for definition of self-rewarding, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Including. Okay. Who else want to answer?
Can I?
Okay, thanks. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you can note your boo. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. It's actually on my my preference. Okay, as anyone actually doesn't agree with mine, it's fine. So if someone or every single person would say that, yeah, I can buy fully that to satisfy myself, and then, well, I have to work, so I need to have something that makes me happy. So I don't need special, budget or special rewarding. Well, this type of person need to learn about money management, I think. Why? Because money management is actually one thing is very important. Whether you are younger, older, or you are a boomer or any else type of you are in your age rate. The reason why we need to set our budget, monthly budget or yearly budget, is because we need to know that how much money that we are spending on. So there's so many things that you can learn. You can just type in Google, like they actually mean in terms of the, like they have like 50, 20, 20, 10, which is actually 50 for primary, 20 for investment, 20 for saving, and 10 for entertainment. So there's a lot of things. But the truth is that you really work hard for your money, right? So it's only fair that you get to reward yourself every now and then. I'm okay with that. I'm also a typical person that I spend money for reward myself. For example, I work in a company that really like stress of my day. So I need to, actually reward myself, like buying something that I feel like I'm happy with that. I'm typically buying a food, actually. So for example, I'm buying a boba for just reward myself, even it's actually my diet week. So I'm okay with that. But you definitely deserve to treat yourself right and have a fun. But what does people actually don't really love to look good and take a nice trip, but they don't really think that there's something that actually over them it. So for example, do you ever think that, oh, I'm going to get a reward for myself? Then you get cut off, feeling guilty afterward, right? So because, oh, that's so expensive, that's just like over my budget. It's actually important to reward yourself when accomplishing goals. But there's one thing that you should know. To reward yourself, but without blowing your budget. That's actually one thing. So with my statement, this actually requires that I definitely disagree with this statement. So budget-friendly ways to reward yourself. So if you're always thinking that you're gonna get a reward for yourself, and yeah, you feel like you deserve something constantly, but it can lead you to like overspending, right? So this is the biggest culprit for their element of many financial goals. So you better set your budget like 50, 20, 20, 10. Then you realize that you don't feel like guilty afterward. That's actually my opinion for this. Miss Physics.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Not Yurbo, for your explanation. Yeah. Okay, who else?
Me.
Okay, Mr. Andres.
Yes, thank you for this time. For me, it is quite important for making the special budget. Even it is only just a budget that we name as a special, but without any preparation and any plan for it, it's gonna be disastrous because we will buy everything based on our desire without any logical reason. So because of this consideration, it's quite important. So I will say disagree based on the motion that pops up in front of me. Secondly, when we budget our money for this special occasion, we will have something like we don't have any new stressful because we have the money limitation. We know that money is something more complicated rather than the love because money
Mm.
is quite hard to getting. Yeah. So well, we need to manage it well, and we I mean, we need to spare a few of our money for it. Even it is a normal occasion, we need to spare it because when we spare it and the because I believe that budget is limited by a time, and when the time itself is ended, we have what something like the what the new saving based on that special budget. For me, this special expenditure will be pops up when I find my workload is quite higher because I believe that when we produce the more output, we need the more input. That is quite logical. So when our dietary is quite normal, but we have the new workload maybe from our boss, we have a new jobs that is that will consume more time, more efforts, and more what something that will make us more stressful. So it is logical for us for making the input of our dietary to be much higher. So sometimes when I have the what the how to say begadang, begadang ya lembur. How to say lembur? Lembur, Mr. Alexander, you can help me. I forget lembur. How
Overtime,
to say lembur?
overtime,
Yeah,
overtime.
overtime.
After overtime
Overtime
work.
for making the laboratory report or maybe making the laboratory proposal for what reading a lot of journals. My self reward will be pops up besides on my laptop. Seems like Silver Queen.
Mhm.
When
Or
I am
some
working,
hobby.
yeah, like for example, just as that. So when I am working, I said for myself, I cannot consume that Silver Queen unless I finish my job, such as that. That is quite logical for me because
Okay.
I do something overtime. So because of that, when my proposal is done, I can gain my reward. That is my self-reward. Even in the normal ways of my self-reward is quite simple. Seems like just sleeping in the whole of a day. That is my best day in the whole of my life. Because I don't need any expenditure, I don't need any budget for it, and I can relax my body and I can relax my eyes and I can relax my brain too. So sleeping is the best self reward for me, but for the overtime workload, we need a budget for it. Thank you.
Okay, you need to budget to uh, to company you begadang ya to finish your work. Not your boss said that you definitely curhat, but it's okay. Not your boo. Okay, who else? Miss
I
Ayu?
want to try.
Oh, Miss Mijo?
Okay. Okay. I think like the previous speakers, I would disagree with this kind of statement. Why I disagree with this kind of statement? Because I think nowadays self-reward is becoming an excuse for unconsumptive lifestyle. Like we already working hard 30 days to make up our salary. But when we get the salary, we could just spend it in a minute. So I think it doesn't make sense to spend our salary too much money to afford something that we don't actually really need. I think we need the spatial budgeting for a self-reward. An example, like if we got that, if for me, if I got like kind of 500,000 rupiah, I think I would just spend it in 70,000 rupiah. Because why? Because I've already working hard for it in a long time. Why would I spend all of my money only for something that is a momentary pleasure? I think there are so many things that much more important than just a self reward. And I agree with like what Mr. Andreas, I think Mr. Andreas say that sometimes self reward doesn't have to spend money, like just only sleeping in a day. It's already a self reward. It can be a simple thing, but sometimes it's becoming an excuse for people to doing something more than their capability to make a self reward. But actually, self reward doesn't have to be an expensive thing. It could be free. It could be something that we actually need, like having a free day, sleeping at home, or just simple like having a bar of chocolate. It's already a self reward. So we really need to do a money management, like what Mr. Not Your Boo said. It doesn't matter that what age you are at, whether you are young or you are old, we need the money management as soon as possible so that we're not going to wasting our money more. I think that's all for me. Thank you. And I think Miss Ayu wants to give her opinion because she is raising her hand.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry,
you.
I forgot to lower my hand. Thank you for reminding.
Oh, yeah, okay. Thank you, Miss Mijo. I can say that I can conclude what you say before. Self-reward, you believe about the self-reward, but still makes sense, right? And how money management is very important to contribute our salary. For example, like you say before, 70,000 you spend, but you salary near from there, so you can save. You cannot saving your money after self reward, and self reward can free by maybe sleep or doing exercise, running, or any other activity that cannot spend a lot of money, or that make you money will decrease. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Miss Mijo.
You're
Any
welcome.
others? Okay, Miss Vidya, could you please want to explain? Okay, Miss Wafda. Miss Wafda. Okay, any others? Okay, so from the statement, I can conclude that a lot of the audience disagree about the statement, because money management is very important, and self-rewarding is it is important, but not really to spend money freely. And yeah, like Miss Mawar said before, that the first thing, you make a list budget to every month to how to money management. And yeah, and Miss Mijo said that self-rewarding, it is important and still makes sense. Okay. Okay, Miss Blen,
Well, thank you. I kind of agree with those previous opinion. I only wanna give an addition about self-rewarding. I don't think that self-rewarding is only about spending money to satisfy ourselves, but self-rewarding also not just about spending money. I mean, like, having something is not the only way for us to make ourselves happy. We can just, for example, have a lazy day in Sunday, for example, to self-reward ourselves, or we can just watch movie in our home for having a self-rewarding, for example. So it's not just about spending money. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Glenn. Yeah, you give the additional explanation because because self-rewarding, it doesn't mean how to spend money, but you can get self-rewarding self-rewarding freely. For example, sleeping and watching movie, and having a lazy day in the Sunday. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Glenn, for your explanation. Yeah. Okay. This is according to Stallworth, he said that consumer behavior, in study about consumer behavior, as a set of activities which involve the purchase and use of goods and services, which resulted from the customer's emotional and mental needs and behavioral responses. So purchase decision can reflect it, relate it to the emotional and mental needs. So one of them, like self-rewarding and personal personal needs, and maybe what that can motivate them to get more achievement that can fulfill about the emotional and mental needs. So this is about the definition about the consumer behavior according to Stallworth. So self-rewarding is very famous nowadays because about the issues about the mental and emotional needs. So it is very important. Maybe one of you want to make some product as entrepreneur, you can searching about how to make people happy, or happy, or motivate them to achieve more goals. I think it is very important to sell your product. Nah, this is the benefit of self-rewarding. Self-rewarding is self-motivation, as the self-motivation or self-loving. And number two is stress release after you are work hard, and you can you can release your stress. And the number three is deserve to get it, because after you already work from morning until night, maybe until midnight, so you can deserve you deserve to get it. Maybe for the weekend you have a lazy time, or sleep a long day and having a movie from the Netflix or YouTube, because nowadays you can find another activity for self-rewarding freely. Maybe for yesterday if you want to watch a movie, you can go to the cinema, go to bioskop, and nowadays you can freely access in YouTube or Netflix. Just by 50,000 rupiah, you can watch freely about the movie or music in YouTube, because yeah, I think it is music and movie can the media can release your stress. Yeah, maybe for the previous decade, you can if you want to listen to music, you buy the like cassette. But nowadays you can access from the YouTube or Spotify or other social media. Maybe open Instagram. It is like your stress self-rewarding, because you earn up full from the morning until night. You cannot access the social media. You are just access WhatsApp by your phone, and yeah, maybe as the employee you can access from the laptop, but you are very tired to access any that's WhatsApp, because sometimes if I need stress release, I don't open my WhatsApp. I just looking for another social media like TikTok and Instagram. Yeah, this is I looking for I watching for the funny video. Yeah, like maybe it is not important, but I think it is yeah, like funny video like receh gitu. It is very can help. It is helpful to release my stress. I think it is free but very impactful for me. Yeah. Purchase decision. This is the factor that can make you making purchase decision. The first thing is cultural, social, personal, psychological, lifestyle, and economical. For the previous decade, the most important things to, and the most important factor to making purchase decision is like cultural, social, and personal. But nowadays, and economical. But nowadays, psychological and lifestyle is very impactful for us to making decision for buy the product, especially for us consumer behavior. Yeah. And this is the slide about how important the marketplace to that have a big impact of purchase decision. Yeah. Nowadays, maybe while we have a discussion, you can access by your phone about the marketplace. You can access Shopee, Tokopedia freely. So I think it is very impactful because you can access easily. And yeah, this is the marketplace that has big impact. For example, Shopee and Tokopedia, people can access every day, and a lot in the data shows in 2020 that Shopee and Tokopedia people access more than 100 million people. So it is very impactful. Okay, one of you who is who have a Shopee or Tokopedia or Bukalapak here?
Of course,
yeah.
me.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Because yeah, all of us having that application on our phone. So yeah, maybe Sociola for the men very familiar or not? For the men, no. Sociola.
Yeah, Sociola. Of course.
For the okay, yeah. This is maybe for 2010 we just familiar about the Bineka, Blibli, and Bukalapak. but for nowadays, Shopee and Tokopedia very famous and give more promotion, I think. So yeah, the promotion like give free ongkir or free shipment. So that can motivate us to buy from the online than offline because of the promotion that offer us for the free ongkir, right? And any other voucher give us. Okay, this is the how to people can make consumer behavior. Maybe like who else who answer? Mr. Mijo, right? Mr. Mijo and Not Your Boo already answer about the need recognition. Yeah, need recognition is the first process to become consumer behavior, and the next is information search and evaluation of alternative and purchase decision. After that, purchase decision, and purchase decision is the number 4 of the process consumer behavior, and the last is post-purchase behavior. So this is the first step of the consumer behavior according to Kotler and Armstrong. Yeah, need recognition, information search. Maybe we already know about the need recognition, but some of us influenced or impacted by the information search and evaluation of alternative, right? Okay. This is the I can show about the Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs. So the first is basic needs, and the second is psychological needs, and the last is self-fulfillment needs. For the first step is basic needs. Psychological needs include for the food, water, warmth, and rest. Yeah, maybe one of you already mentioned about, maybe Miss Wafda already mentioned about the food. Yeah, food is very the product that she eager to buy. So yeah, this is the first line of basic needs, and water, warmth, and rest. And the second of the basic needs is safety needs, like security and safety. Yeah, maybe what could you mention? One of you mentioned about the kind of the safety needs. Any others can? Yeah. Okay, Mr. Andres, same for you.
Making a safety net such as there is no any anarchy around our environment, or there is no any wars in the whole of the world.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Andres. Yeah, maybe about the insurance, it's make us safety after we have life insurance, or for our investment like home, we give the insurance to make sure that the product is safety, like in asuransi kebakaran maybe. Yeah, I think it is very basic needs. Yeah. Okay, and the third and the second of psychological needs. The first is belongingness and love needs, like intimate relationship and friends. This is a very psychological needs, one of the category of psychological needs. And esteem needs, prestige, and feeling of accomplishment. So any others can explain about the category of psychological needs? Okay, thank you, Mr. Andres.
Yes, not psychology, but physiology.
Physiological. Sorry.
It is so funny when I heard about the what psychological as one of our requirement of life instead of the self-actualization. Yes, for the physiological of life, such as the well requirement for the what in our environment, such as the oxygen level, the temperature level, and the food, water, access to it, and etc. That supporting our physiological body to have what the best with the needs that we can live. Maybe the best temperature is around 27, 25 until 27 degrees Celsius.
Okay, Mr. Andres.
That they live in at their environmental life. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Andres, thank you for your explanation about the psychological needs. Okay, any others can explain? And the last one is self-fulfillment needs. Self-fulfillment needs is like actualization, self-actualization. Yeah, after she or he fulfill the for the level of the needs. Yeah, self-actualization is it is very high level because yeah, maybe maybe it is like you having luxury product you can buy the product of them, yeah, Gucci and others product. It is can make you make self-actualization because you already fulfill all of the basic needs and your piece of logical needs. Okay, any others that want to argue about the Maslow hierarchy, Abraham Maslow? Okay. So the conclusion. So the conclusion is, yeah, nowadays promotion and psychological factor have big impact to make purchase decision because we already know about the definition of consumer behavior, mental and psychological is very impactful. Maybe because maybe for the previous decade you can say that culture and personal needs it's very impactful, but nowadays psychological and for and maybe promotion it can have more big impact to make purchase decision for us. Yeah, because the social media we can easily to find the social media. So yeah, I think it's very impactful. This is the one of the factor make us purchase decision. Yeah, I think that's all for me. Any others want to explain about the definition, the conclusion of the impact of purchase decision? Okay, Mr. Andres.
Well, thank you. I just want to I just want to practice my English here. Based on the Maslow graph, the picture that you showed before, it's gonna be clear that from the 5 factors that impact our decision making, 4 of them are based on the psychological what factors, and one of them one of them are based on our physiological factor. But Maslow but at that picture too, Maslow what pops up about something that even the physiology as one factors as only one factor from the from the fifth, it's gonna be, but I mean the physiology is located on the basic level, and the range itself are much bigger rather than the four factors that he pictures in that picture. So it will show that the physiology is really impacting our psychology, and it's gonna be one of the consideration to us for making our money management based on this kind of the decision. So for me, it is not gonna be right for us for make our life to be more harmful by stopping more eating, or maybe stopping any consumption, but our workload is quite much higher rather than before, or maybe we are working overtime, because it is not logical for us when we are producing more but our intake is lesser. So we need to make our life much balanced for it. But I am agree that we are influenced by many kinds of the media for the promotion. Maybe we are one of the marketing manager in our company, maybe, or maybe we have the what seems like the marketing working in our daily life. So we will share the promotion. We make the people eager to buy our product, but make sure that our product has the well value and make the people have the well life for their better future. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Andres, for your opinion and explanation as maybe as a customer and industry or company. Yeah, how to make a product as the basic needs and eager to buy, because yeah, make your product eager to buy and give added value, because a lot of product over there. Yeah, thank you. Okay, next, not your boo. It's already 10 p.m. Okay,
It's
thank you.
already 10. I think it's already 10. Is it possible to say? If it's not possible, it's okay. I just keep it.
Sorry?
Yeah, it's already 10, I think. I think it's better for you to conclude. I mean, it's actually explained already. So I'm just keeping it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Mr. Not Yurbu and Mr. Andres, also because you are very active, answer about the question and give the explanation. Yeah. And then for next, this is the conclusion of our topic now. So yeah. So yeah, psychological is very important to sell our product or as customer making the decision. Okay, I think that's all for this topic of our presentation, because it's already 10 p.m. right? Yeah. Okay. Mr. Yes.
You can give the floor to me now, Ms. Vicky.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Alex.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Vicky, for sharing our talk tonight. But don't leave our discussions, everyone. Okay, before we end, let me share some feedback of the day. Miss Vicky, could you please stop sharing?
Okay.
Okay, frankly speaking, I didn't write a lot of things. I was listening to you guys. I did enjoy our discussion today, but I have written some issues about our English performance earlier. Okay, let me see. Let me see. All right, here's my slide. Okay, I think I can just copy and paste it on the chat box.
My broken English is too long. Like
Okay, as you can see, I've put some feedback of the day on the chat box. Well, there are some issues on pronunciations and grammar and also vocabularies. I think they are common issues. I also sometimes make mistakes. For example, there is productive. It's not productive, but productive. Okay, productive, not product, but product. Then we have draw. It's not draw, but W is silent, so it's draw or draw. Okay, depending on which country you are following. If you are following the UK, you can say draw, and if you are following the US, you can say draw. Okay, draw and draw. It's similar to law. Yeah. Hukum in bahasa. Usually people say law, like omnibus law, but it should be law or law. Okay, depending on which country you are following. Then we have makanan. It's not cuisine, but cuisine. Okay, cuisine. Decade. It's not decade, but decade. Then, well, this is our pillar basically. As Indonesians, we tend to say apa ya. You may say other English expressions to influence your, to increase your fluency. Just like what is that, you know, how to say that, etc. And then a person saying nyimak previously on the chat box, he might say I'm listening or I'm all ears. Bebas biaya kirim, free shipping. Then this is a common mistake, I think, that we may often say. For example, we say it will be happened or it will be dependent. Remember, happen is a intransitive verb where it doesn't need any object. So the meaning is already terjadi in bahasa. So you don't need to say be happen or be dependent. Just say it will happen or it will depend. It will depend. Then you are agree. Remember, disagree and agree is a verb. So you don't need to put be family like is and are. So you could simply say you agree or you disagree. How do. Remember, he, she, it is are singular subjects. So when they are followed by do family, it's supposed to be does. Okay, she do or she does. He does not he do not. Okay, doesn't. Their self, which is supposed to be themselves. Then begadang sampai tengah malam, burn the midnight oil. Especially when you wanna say working late into the night. This is an idiom basically. Then when it comes to studying, you can say hit the books to study. Okay, it's better for you guys to use more idioms, especially when it comes to informal conversations. All right, that's all that I could say tonight. Thank you. I'll share this feedback to our group. And before we end, it's time for us to take some pictures. So please, guys, share your videos, show us your handsome and beautiful faces, please. Okay, thank you, Mr. Oh, Mr. Not Your Boy. Long time no see, sir. How's it going? Okay, thank you, Miss Ayu, Miss Zoom, Miss Vidya. Could you please share your screen. Not your screen, I mean your video, sorry. All right, please, smiling. Okay, I'll count. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, oh, wait, 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more, once more. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I'll share the pictures to our group. Well, before we end, it's time to say, when I say Otak community, you need to say yesterday before, yesterday before tomorrow. Is that correct, Mr. Andres?
Yesterday you said tomorrow, my friend.
Yeah. Yesterday you said tomorrow. Sorry. Okay. When I say Otak community, you should say yesterday. We said tomorrow. Otak community. Yesterday.
Yesterday you said tomorrow.
You said tomorrow.
You
Thank you
say
so much.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Thank you so much, everyone. And I'll see you
Thank
next
you,
time.
guys.
Bye.
Leaving. Thank you.
Bye.
Congrats for